Lives of the Stoics, a book by New York Times best-selling author Ryan Holiday, a book about the art of living from Zeno to Marcus Aurelius. And the interesting part is that Zeno, the founder and philosopher of Stoicism, was actually born here in Cyprus, a little Mediterranean island where I'm living in since 4 years. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how Stoicism changed my life and how it can change yours too. Hey everybody, it's Rico and I have something very interesting to think about. How long can you sit down and actually focus on one single task? Not talking to people, not being on your phone, not eating and not even going to the toilet. Like actually laser focus, entering the state of flow. And flow is actually a modern term by this guy called Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. However, even the ancient Stoic Marcus Aurelius said, concentrate every minute like a Roman. And I can tell you from my own experience, this will change your life. Let's take my younger self as a very good example, and this was me during school. You see how I behaved, and I had an absolute monkey mind. It was truly impossible for me to create anything useful for society. Yeah, one can argue I was a kid, but still there are kids out there that create something amazing in their young ages already. And me, my parents had to take me to the doctors to check me for ADHD. But luckily, no doctor ever diagnosed ADHD. They just said that I'm a very energetic and creative kid. And that's very good because I never got any medication. As a young kid, I never knew how to use my energy for anything productive or positive. And so I was just annoying everyone around me, especially my teachers. But at some point, I started to read books and I learned how to funnel my energy into creating something amazing, into high leisure activities. And so I started with dancing, fitness. I uploaded my first YouTube video in 2010 where no one even knew what YouTube is. And I also started video games and I became very good at it. And this is also the time where I got first confronted with Stoicism and I was inspired by the emotionless and strong way of thinking by the ancient Stoics. I didn't want to be controlled by my mind. I wanted to be the master of my own thoughts, and so I started to write down my goals. As a 15, 16, 17-year-old teenager, I didn't went out for partying because I understood that this is the most important time in my life, because when I finish school, I will not have time because I have to go either to work or to uni. So I use most of my time before school, during school and even after school for my own empire. I knew that I'm neglecting school a little bit, but I didn't care so much. I really wanted to create something on my own. And I didn't really care. I implemented Stoic practices into my daily life. I sold my video console, I started meditation, I became more concentrated and focused on things that needed to be done. For example, look at this Facebook post from 2015, and there I said that long-term success is more important to me than short-term fun. And this was basically my mindset back then and even until today. But back to the topic of Stoicism. Most people don't even know how it feels like to be truly stoic. They are so used to their minds controlling them that they don't even give it a try. However, a lot of people also say that they don't want to change. And this is totally fine, but everyone should strive to become the best version of oneself or not. And if someone says that they don't want this, maybe they are close-minded, naive, or maybe even both. In any case, Stoicism is the perfect philosophy to grow as a person. And now I'm going to give you my top 3 best principles and practices to implement into your daily life. Number 1 is meditation. And I know that a lot of people know meditation, but it's often preached and rarely practiced. I started meditation when I was about 14 years old, the same time I started with personal development and fitness. And in the beginning, meditation felt weird. My thoughts were wandering around, I didn't feel comfortable and not natural at all, but with time, it was easier and easier. And the same goes for the benefits. The more active you meditate, the more benefits and advantages you will see and feel. You will be overall much more grounded. Your thinking will be sharper, your responses will be faster, quicker, more articulated, and your whole presence and aura will change in a positive way. It almost seems like that when you enter a room in a meditative state, that all of the people around you, they will sense that. They will sense that you're somewhat different. But before I become too spiritual, we will now go to the second practice. And the second Stoic practice that I implemented into my daily life is journaling. But not any kind of journaling. Actually, when you do it for multiple years, then you create your own systems and principles on how you journal. In the beginning, you write down things like 3 things you're grateful for, your reflections, a diary, and similar things. The way I keep a journal is completely custom tailored to me. This doesn't mean it's the best way for you, but it's the best way for my personal and business life and combining it together, because I'm also writing down business ideas, for example. And in future videos, I will explain exactly how I journal. But now, number 3, the most important Stoic practice is your mindset. And the mindset is such a deep and complex topic. However, I want to mention the most important habits that I implemented into my daily life and into my life in general. The first one is to create your own unique mantras. A mantra can be a sentence or multiple sentences that always anchor you back to reality. Let's say you always want to have a straight posture, deep breathing and a little smile. If you say a sentence such as, I have a straight posture, I breathe deep, and I'm smiling and I'm happy, or whatever you want to say, this anchors you back to the ideal state of mind, no matter your surroundings. You can even add specific body movements that will help your subconsciousness to enter this specific mindset. Next, and this one is more a codex to myself, and that is, when I say something, I always do it or I don't say it at all. One of my top values in my life is integrity, and that means that when I say something, I will do it. No matter my excuse, no matter what is happening, if I'm sick or not, I will still do it because I said to myself, when I say something, I will do it. And this habit is one of the strongest reasons for my dedication, because I know that I will work on my goals every single day, in and out. And this leads me to a bonus tip, and that is know when to talk and when to listen. I'm a person that obviously likes to talk to the camera. However, behind the camera, I actually prefer to listen. Why? Because this way I can learn something new, especially from people that achieved much more in life than me. And this way, when I'm talking to the camera, then I can teach you something new. And even Zeno, the philosopher from the beginning and from Cyprus, he said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we talk. I don't take Stoicism as a religion, and I don't say it's the only way to success and happiness. However, for me personally, it really helped me to become a better person, to be truly happy and at peace with myself. I became free at a very young age. When I was 19 years old, I left Germany, I moved to Bali, then to Switzerland, and now I'm living here in Cyprus. And if you're into freedom, stoicism, entrepreneurship as well, and if you subscribe to the channel, then I will see you in the next video.